All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on into the live stream. Our second race of a doubleheader Wednesday night coming your way right here for the Alsco 300 at the Kentucky Speedway. Coming off a win at Indianapolis earlier today, we'll see if we can pull off the sweep in tonight's doubleheader. And yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that. Qualified 27th, we will be starting 25th with a couple other drivers going to the rear. Without further ado, let's hop on in to race number 2. Trevor Grimes, Jackson Thomas, Kyle Larson fan, Oni, DB Forever 85, and Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream. Alexis Ruiz, welcome on in as well. Brandon Jones will be starting on the pole in all JGR front row as Riley Herbst will start outside pole to his out, and to the outside lane in the front row. Justin Allgaier, Josh Williams will be the two drivers starting at the rear. Flag in the air. We're underway at Kentucky for race 2 here tonight. Can Schneider tie the record for the all-time season wins total with Chase Briscoe at 9 if he can go to victory lane here tonight?
Careful, still there.
And then perhaps chance to break it in our doubleheader again tomorrow. Gains a couple spots off the start, quickly up to 23rd. Lap 1 is going to be led by Brandon Jones. 4 wide in the middle of the pack there in turns 3 and 4 with Briscoe all the way on the outside. 3 wide through most of the field, though, further on back behind. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2 to get back around Tommy Joe Martins. Braden Thompson will come on into the stream as well. Got around Martins down low now to try and block Mike Harmon. The 74 as well.
Clear high, bud. Hold your line, got one inside. Car outside.
Yeah, NASCAR 21 should be on the PS4. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Clear high, bud.
A lot of people that don't have PS5s yet.
Got one down low now.
Quite clear Austin Hill down in the bottom.
Still there. You got room. You're clear. Inside.
See what Schneider can do. He led less than 20 laps en route to his victory at Indianapolis earlier today, but he did win a stage in the process as well as the race win in a fuel mileage race that ended with a green-white checker at the very end of it as well. Schneider, through all the odds, was able to hold on and win.
Car high, careful there.
As he's done 8 times now this season. Again, looking to tie Briscoe's record set last year in 2020 with 9 wins on the year. He's got a very good chance to do it.
Good job.
Another mile and a half. He's won on 3 mile and a halves this season at Atlanta,
Hold that line, driver.
Charlotte, and Chicagoland.
Looking inside now.
Making up 3 of those 8 wins. Make it 4 of 9 again if he goes to victory lane today. Next 2 races will be at New Hampshire and Iowa, the other sorts of tracks that he has ran well on at mile racetracks and shorter.
Car outside, hold the line.
He's got 3 wins on short tracks this season. Phoenix, Bristol, and the first Iowa race.
You got room.
Mile and a half short tracks, that has been a specialty for this 99 team this season.
Outside.
Knowing that that's all coming up in this 3-race stretch before we go back to a couple more road courses. That's exactly what this 99 team wants to see. Still the race for the regular season championship as well. Battling Chase Briscoe, he's got a 36-point lead coming into this one. Ross Chastain's now cycled towards the front. 3 stages made up of 45, 45, and 110 laps tonight.
Stay high, stay high. Car there on the inside.
Schneider in the back of Joe Nemechek, kind of launched him forward.
Still there.
Schneider is back to 31st. He's lost 8 spots since where he was at the end of lap 1, and now he gets into the back of Nemechek again into turns 1 and 2. A bit of damage now to the front bumper of the race car.
Still there. Clear high, clear high. Still there. Wow, that's fast.
Pass there on the 90 of Baccarella. Going to the outside now. Turns 1 and 2. Not all the way near the wall, but in that middle lane to maybe try and get a run down the backstretch now on David Starr.
Careful, still there.
Pulls up, clears him. Off the exit of turn 4 from 27. Blocks him through the tri-oval as well. Harrison Burton out in front. He won stage 1 at Indy, but he never led another lap after that. Still in search for his first win of the year. He did get a top 5 finish, though.
Wow, that's fast.
Big run underneath Jeff Green. Quickly makes the pass. Slides up the racetrack. Barely keeps it off of Landon Castle. Drove it in extra deep into the corner to make sure he was going to have Green cleared. Another big slide up the racetrack in front of Castle.
Got one up top.
Castle almost got into the back of the 99. Castle should definitely still be with Stark, or at least he shouldn't have lost his ride to Quinn Houck. It would have made sense if he lost his ride to a better driver, but that wasn't the fact. Lost it to not only not as good of a driver, but a much less experienced driver as well. Definitely feel for Landon Castle in that one as well, Alexis. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Darty moved to the inside. Chad Fincham in the 13. Schneider going to follow the zeros lane all the way through. Now to the outside of Jeffrey Earnhardt. And now up the middle, 3 wide in between Earnhardt and Tommy Joe Martinson turns 1 and 2. It's going to get pretty narrow on corner exit. They stay off of one another. They're still 3 wide down the back, straight away into turn 3. None of these guys wanting to give each other any separation as Schneider busts through the middle lane to clear both the 0 and the 44 off turn 4. Car slowly starting to come alive, and he's trying to make these bonsai maneuvers to get around a large majority of the cars he has already passed. Look at him slide up the racetrack, barely keep it off the 08. Has a huge run on the top of Joe Graff Jr. Yeah, a lot of that, Michael, definitely has to go into the setup. Not only the setup you have in the race car of how hard you're able to push the car, but also like using the brakes isn't necessarily a bad thing. At least you're pushing the car harder. Obviously, yeah, if you're not using the brakes, you're not using as much gas, because using the brakes does use throttle versus if you're only on and off the gas. There you go. Happy for Blaney though, great season. Yeah, so far at least. 7th in points. Got a win. He's been struggling a little bit the last few races, but Penske as a whole has been struggling the last few races. Outside of Logano at Coda, I mean, all three of those guys have struggled the last 3 or 4 runs, so they got to figure something out. They're going to another road course. I expect Logano to run pretty well, and Blaney has 2 straight top 5s at Sonoma as well, so I expect him to have a pretty good run there also. I think he finished 2nd and 4th in the last 2 races there, or 2nd and 3rd. I know he had 2 top 5s. We'll see what he can do. Oh, trouble! Car in the wall, Riley Herbst goes around. Heavy contact behind, caution's gonna wave. 3 cars involved, Daniel Hemrick got a piece of it. He had nowhere to go, he was on the outside lane, right in front of Herbst. And it looked like, I believe, Ray Black Jr. got a piece of that accident as well, who ended up sideswiping the 18 of Herbst. He was moving backwards from the start of the race after starting 2nd. Now finds himself in an early accident. First caution of the day at lap 20. CJ McLaughlin, Joe Nemechek, and Josh Williams will hit pit road. Everybody else on the lead lap going to stay out. And that looks like it'll be the end of the day for Riley Herbst.
We're going green. Almost ready now. Green, green, green.
Definitely a funny coincidence on that one, by the way, Braden. For sure. Green flag back in the air, 22 laps to go, stage 1. Past halfway through the opening stage. The majority of the field stays out. Schneider goes to the outside on the restart, even further up high after restarting on the top lane as it was. Big run down to the bottom, into 3 and 4. Massive run. Up the middle between Cindric and LeBay into turn 1. Slides up in front of Austin Cindric now. Hasn't cleared the 36 on the bottom yet, though. Now he's got the run down the backstretch. Deep dive into turn 3. Right behind Briscoe in the 98. Not want his record to be tied tonight. Schneider all the way down to the apron off turn 4. He was looking to make it 4 wide, but he couldn't quite make the move. Now he goes down to the apron into the trial. He's digging hard right now. 4 wide into 1 and 2 this time. Allgaier, Briscoe, Schneider, and Jones all in the mix. Schneider with an impressive run on the bottom. Clears all 3 of them off turn 2. And keeps that run to the inside of Ryan Sieg as he progresses forward on the restart. Up to 4th, getting around Michael Annett through 3 and 4 as well. This 99 car is on a mission. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2, now underneath Gregson for 3rd. Pressure being put on the 20 of Harrison Burton from behind. That's Ross Chastain all over his back bumper looking for the lead.
Careful.
Chastain to the inside, Burton on the outside. Schneider meanwhile clears Noah Gregson for 3rd further back, and they're still side by side for the lead off turn 4. He's going to have the advantage this time into 1 and 2. Them running side by sides, only giving Schneider more of a chance now. Chastain still can't clear Burton off turn 2. And a massive run coming up from behind by the 99. All over the back bumper of Chastain. And Burton down to the apron again off turn 4. Risky maneuver to say the least. He's making it stick, and they're all going hard for the race lead early in stage 1. Chastain finally clears Burton, but it's Schneider on the inside. Drives it deep onto the apron with the left side tires into 1 and 2, and he gets to the lead. All clear off corner exit. Burton looks back to the inside of Chastain into 3. Chastain throws the block. Burton fakes low and goes high. Schneider overran the corner through 3 and 4. He'll hold on to the lead and lead his first lap of the race at the line this time. Chastain pulls the 20 car a little bit more. Drags in Allgaier, battling bumper to bumper for 4th. Schneider is on the attack. His car feels like it's got a lot of grip today. We're seeing it race all over the track, top, bottom, middle, even on the apron through 3 and 4 a lot. And he's able to grip everywhere around this racetrack. He's got good long run speed, and that is what has propelled him to the lead here late in stage 1. Looking for another playoff point. It could be his 12th stage win of the season if he holds on for the final 15 laps. Yeah, as far as the Cup race this weekend, the favorites probably going in. You got to look, obviously, Chase Elliott first and foremost. The dominance he has shown on road courses throughout his Cup Series career. Martin Truex Jr. might be a little bit of a question mark. He hasn't run well on the road courses this season through 2 races. They just haven't really had the speed for whatever reason. They did have speed in the Busch Clash, but remember, in the regular season road course race at Daytona, they didn't run too hot. They were outside the top 15 most of the day at COTA. Granted, that was in the rain, but even still, they unloaded even qualifying. They qualified outside the top 10 as well, and that was in dry weather. So that 19 team hasn't been quite as fast on the road courses as we're used to seeing them as far as the regular season is concerned. But he has won 3 races in his career at Sonoma, including the last 2, so he'll be one of the favorites as well, I'd have to imagine. But not going to give my race win pick away until the NASCAR Fantasy Podcast on Sunday. I'm just glad I finally predicted the winner correct for the first time this year last week at Charlotte when I took Kyle Larson. Been close so many times I finally got that. And hopefully that leads to more going forward. Again, I'm trying to break my personal best from last season, which our first year of making predictions when I predicted 9 drivers correctly to win. Took us 15 races to get 1. We still got 21 races to go. It's not impossible to get to 10. Yeah, Kyle Busch has been really good in the road courses. He's also won at Sonoma a couple times in his career, too. Yeah, I figured you meant Kyle Busch. I mean, Kurt's had fast cars on the road courses this season, too, but that team has just not had consistent speed. That's what scares me with the one team. They need a good run this weekend, that's for sure. Need a good run the rest of the year if they're going to want to make the playoffs. I think they're 61 points below the cutoff line, a full race behind Tyler Reddick, and that 18's clicking. They've got 8 top 10s this season all of a sudden. They've had a lot of speed in recent weeks, Chevy as a whole. And he's just coming off a top 10 in COTA after he qualified on the pole there, too.
Excellent lap there. Good job.
Reddick's definitely high on my radar. Maybe breaking through to get another win. Another new winner, I should say. Justin Allgaier up to 2nd place, getting around Ross Chastain. There's Burt still in the mix. Brings him back a little bit further in the field, but Schneider's the one who leads here in stage 1. 8 laps to go in the stage, hit the line this time. Alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in this race today. Second lead. Just about to hit lap traffic for the first time today. Everybody's currently on the lead lap.
Still there? All right, you're clear. Outside, outside. All right, you're clear.
You don't usually see a ton of tire wear at Kentucky, but I've seen a lot out of the 99 in stage 1 compared to the fact that he really doesn't let his tires wear out. Outside of Las Vegas has been the only track he's ever struggled with it in his Xfinity Series career, at least.
Careful, still there.
Kentucky was one of the 2 races that Schneider DNF'd in last season. He also DNF'd here in the Truck Series in his 1 season there. So this has probably been the worst racetrack in the career mode, this 99 group. Obviously hoping to get to the end of the race today, and if they do, they're going to have a great shot to win because they're showing incredible speed early. Last full race he did was Heat 5 at Vegas. Yeah, no matter what you think of the point system, you can't say what Kyle Busch did even to win that many races after coming back, from immediately winning races after coming back from a broken ankle and a broken leg isn't impressive. I mean, that's when we really, I think that's when people first started to recognize, okay, Kyle Busch is a damn good driver. I don't think he really got the respect he deserved for his driving abilities up until that day in particular. Especially being a road course with those injuries, having to work the brakes, work the throttle so much.
Got one up top.
110 laps.
All right, you're clear.
An incredible win. One of the more monumental wins, I'm sure, of Kyle Busch's career.
Just a couple more turns. 2 more.
2 laps to go in stage 1. Schneider trying to put as many of these guys a lap down as possible.
Go easy on the tires.
Make his job a little bit easier going forward.
Clear all around there. Clear high, clear high.
One more lap at the line. No need to save tires here. You know that right front's easily going to make it to the end of stage 1. I'm sure that caution helped earlier in the stage as well. So far, so good for the 99.
You got room. You're
You
clear.
can obviously tell why the tire's wearing out, at least in this opening stage, of how hard he was pushing the car, but he knew he was able to do it. And Castle's got a little bit of damage. He'll go a lap down now. Through 3 and 4. This will be the 12th stage win of the season for Keegan Schneider this year, as he wins stage 1 tonight at Kentucky.
You took that stage. Good job.
No tires, just fuel, Lightning McQueen. You need tires, you idiot. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. not going to repair that damage here in this opening stage. Drew's going to take a half round of wedge out of the race car, though. That'll be the only adjustment, and Schneider and his team will win the race off pit road. So he'll be restarting from the lead. For stage 2, green flag back in the air at Kentucky.
You got room. You're clear.
Allgaier quickly thought about dropping to the bottom. Now he does into turns 1 and 2. Allgaier looking for the lead off turn 4 to the inside of Schneider. He's going to get there easily. Oh, contact! Schneider looked to try and side draft the 7. Now he's getting pushed by the 20. Harrison Burton. Allgaier bumps him back, though, into turn 1. And way up the racetrack goes the 99. Briscoe got held up behind him, and he almost put himself in the wall. Quickly outside the top dozen. That contact definitely hurt him. Briscoe screaming around the outside. Schneider now just trying to stay out of harm's way at this point.
Looking inside now. Clear down low.
On the back of Alfredo. Shooting him forward. Allgaier going to lose the lead now to Harrison Burton through turns 3 and 4.
Got a car coming inside now. All right, you're clear. Still there inside.
Haley finally gets around Schneider.
Looking inside now.
Turns 1 and 2. Timmy Hill got a little tight. Then he got sideways in the center of the corner. Boy, Schneider way up the racetrack. Got back in the gas way too soon.
Inside. Hold your line, got one inside.
Trying to keep that car clean. Wants to have a shot to the end. He's aggressive in stage 1. Race clean. Trying to do that here in stage 2. That contact with Allgaier off the start definitely made it a little dicey. 3 wide now through the tri-oval underneath the 92 and the 0. Good corner entry, but not a good corner exit there. The way those guys got to get around him as he's back to 19th. Perhaps cross over on the 92 of Williams, back to his inside off turn 4. David Starr right on the back bumper. Williams goes down to the apron himself, maybe trying to side draft the 99 of Schneider, who was on the apron himself. Michael Annette, meanwhile, to the lead. Off turn 2 this lap. Starr to the inside. Schneider going to side draft him now.
Got a car high now.
He was letting these guys go for a little bit. Now he's starting to kind of battle back on him. Or maybe starting to come to life a little bit sooner into this run after that wedge adjustment. Compared to what we saw back in stage 1 before that first caution.
Clear high, bud. Outside. Still there inside.
Getting around Starr, he quickly has to let him back by after failing to pass Jeff Green.
Stay high, stay high. Stay high, stay high.
Can't deny that we have seen some great racing already here today in Kentucky, though. These guys are going at it. Another doubleheader coming your way tomorrow at New Hampshire and Iowa. A couple of short tracks, 1 mile and less in length.
Inside.
Landon Castle, meanwhile, going to get around Schneider for 18th down through the trioval. Castle had a great run off turn 4. Schneider checked up quite a bit. Was on the brakes to keep it off the back of the 89 of Castle. Lynette does have 1 win this season, coming at Mid-Ohio earlier this year.
Hold your line, got one outside. Still there. Clear high.
Playing NR 2003, finished 4th. There you go. That's a good, consistent finish. Schneider's thinking about pulling off a little bit of strategy at the stage break here. And perhaps going to take right side tires only to start the final stage instead of 4 fresh tires. That'll give him 2.5 sets left instead of just 2 for the final stage. And a lot of it is because the right side tires wore out quite a bit in stage 1. He wants to monitor that a little bit better. Left sides don't seem to be wearing out nearly as much.
Road clear. Stay low.
Back around Landon Castle for 18th through turns 3 and 4. Another pass for position. Still 29 to go in stage 2. Plenty of time here.
Careful, still there. Still there. All right, you're clear there.
Schneider goes on to win this championship this season. This has to be one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant, Xfinity Series season of all time to go on and win the championship, doing what he has done through most of the year, which is win.
Still there.
The consistency going into it as well. A 6.9 average finish coming into this race. Will only get better with finishes 6th or better at this point. Where it's at right now. Caution. Midway through stage 2, Joe Graff Jr. will hit pit road. It's the second caution of the race today, first of stage 2. As it will fly at lap number 65. Jesse Little will get the free pass in 23rd. Michael Annett in the lead at the timing of the caution. Schneider will restart the outside in 16th this time.
Be ready here.
Flying back in the air here in stage 2 at Kentucky.
Hold your line, stay high. Careful, still there.
Oh, that was a big slide into the back of the 21 of Alfredo, and Alfredo drives out of it. Hemrick with a massive run on the outside after the contact with the 21 and the 99 in the middle of the corner. Daniel Hemrick with a run. That got dicey pretty quick. Great drive by Anthony Alfredo in the center of the corner to stay out of trouble.
Careful, still there.
Can likely be aggressive on the attack once again here as well. After that restart,
Stay at the bottom.
down to the apron through 3 and 4. 3 wide and tight underneath both Gregson and Sieg. He's held on to the race car very well in the apron so far. Sieg with a block through the tri-oval. Schneider deep into turns 1 and 2. Gets back around Ryan Sieg. And looks like he is going to clear Alex LeBay off the exit of turn 2 as well. And up to 7. Harrison Burton to the inside of Justin Allgaier. He's looking to get back to the front. Schneider to the apron, up 4 again. Getting desperate underneath the 98 and the 19 to gain a couple more spots. 99 is on a rail here tonight. Gives Cindric a shot off turn 4. And kind of pushes the 22 car a little bit further out in front of the 99. And don't forget, Joe Graff Jr. is on fresher tires right now, wherever he's at in the running order. Being the only driver on the lead lap to pit during that caution. Schneider on the outside of Austin Cindric for 4th. He's going to get there, clears him easily into 3. Schneider to the inside of Allgaier for 3rd.
Careful, go there.
Harrison Burton back out in front again today. Schneider is running down the leaders and fast.
Stay low, stay low.
Over the inside of the net.
All right, you're clear.
He makes the pass. $16 to go, stage 2. Alternate through the different camera angles once again here in this one. Schneider got to the lead with 14 laps to go in stage 1. It's going to be about that same lap here in stage 2 as well. We have just 15 to go at the line. Just a couple car lengths behind Harrison Burton into turns 1 and 2. Just a massive run on entry into the corner. Burton beats it back to the gas. Schneider is right there with a run again, this time into turn 3. Down to the bottom. Burton towards the top. Schneider clears him. Slides all the way up the racetrack. And Burton with the crossover. An easy one at that. Hangs on to the lead. I am able to get 4 fresh tires, but I think I'm going to go with 2 at the end of the stage just to conserve those tires a little bit. Because it is a little concerning how much that right front is worn out today. Now granted, we have pushed this car to its absolute limits. As we are once again right now battling for the lead with Harrison Burton This time keeping it off turn 4. No crossover. Was able to be attempted that time with 13 to go in stage 2. Just one lap later than when he took the lead in stage 1. Schneider back out in front again. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not going to run part-time in the truck in the Xfinity Series like I was originally planning on doing. And the only reason is because it's going to simulate the truck in the Xfinity races too, which would mean we would get extra cash. I know we had that happen for the Cup Series, but I didn't mean for that to happen. And two, I figure with all the game glitches, it was only right, but I'm not going to do that another season while we're in Cup. That's going to be gaming the system, I feel like. If I only ran those 5 races I plan on running, that'd be one thing, but it's going to simulate everything else. I was just kind of thinking about that during the break between these 2 races also.
I need 10 more bottle left. Concentrate for me.
That'll be alright. We'll put our main focus on the Cup Series when we get there. He's got a 2-second lead on Harrison Burton right now. Two tires will not work at Kentucky. Tires are big at Kentucky.
Wow, that's fast.
I know we're going to be slower on 2 tires than 4, trust me. But I'm just saying for the start of the final stage, I feel like it'll help us out in the long run. If we get a bunch of cautions in the final stage, it'll help us immensely. Having those 2 extra tires, because we're going to have some split strategies if we get cautions. We're going to need to be on top of it. But if we only have 2 sets of tires versus 2.5, that's going to make a big difference. This late into the run, Schneider just ran his fastest lap. Not that last lap, but the lap prior. Joe Graff Jr., meanwhile, has cycled himself up to 5th place, 7 seconds off the lead. For all the stage points he can get. His pit strategy in the 2nd stage. McLaughlin going to go a lap down. Just 21 cars now in the lead lap.
Wow, that's fast.
That was Schneider's fastest lap. 32.167 that last time. So you can tell those adjustments that he made during the stage 1 break are definitely panning out even better on the long run. Already had a good long run car. Now he's got a great one. Contact with Matt Mills. And Mills is going to back it into the outside wall. Caution's going to wave. And that is not a caution Schneider needed to see at the end of the stage, and he caused it himself by accidentally getting into the back of Mills, who was much slower than him in 34th, getting into turn 3. Joe Graff Jr. is going to stay out free pass to McLaughlin during the caution. And everybody from 3rd on back is going to restart on fresher tires. And Schneider might have just costed himself a great shot to win the stage. Green flag back in the air, 2 laps to go in stage 2. And we'll see if he can hang on. Joe Graff Jr. is on older tires, slides in front of Harrison Burton. It's going to help Schneider out a little bit. Burton still trying to get around Joe Graff into turns 3 and 4. He'll get to the inside of the 0-8. No, he fakes low, goes high. Allgaier down to the inside. They're 4 wide for second place for a brief moment through 3 and 4. Schneider down to the apron now through the tri-oval. Trying to shortcut the corner as much as he can. Now into turns 1 and 2. Trying to hold on to win the stage after he brought out a caution getting into the back of Mills. That might have costed him a chance to win it. Half a lap to go. Allgaier up the inside, Annette on the outside. Into turns 3 and 4, one final time. Michael Annette looking up high. He's got to run off the exit of the corner, and Michael Annette is going to win stage 2 at Kentucky on a last lap, last corner pass. Schneider has to settle for second. He costed himself a playoff point right there. Man. That was all my fault on that one. Bringing out that caution, getting into the back of Matt Mills. Costed Schneider the stage win. And Michael Annette gets it on the last lap. Well, I was going to pit for right sides only, and I ended up staying out on accident. That's also my fault. Michael Annette will restart from the lead. Green flag back in the air at Kentucky. They're trying to side draft him at the start-finish line. 107 laps to go. Schneider got a launch on the outside. Gets to the lead on the restart at Kentucky. On older tires, nonetheless, through the gears. It was a great restart. Yeah, no problem there, Michael. Schneider will lead the opening lap of stage 3, but Michael Annette is right there looking for the lead again. Schneider with maybe a bit of a do-over opportunity from the end of the last stage. The problem is that right front tire's wearing out quite a bit. He meant to pit for right sides only during the stage break. Couldn't do it. 3 wide for the lead. Annette got squeezed in the middle. Michael Annette on the outside. Schneider on the bottom trying to side draft the 7. Allgaier pulls down and blocks in the center of the corner. Hemrick just ran into the back of the 99 now through the tri-oval. Gives him a massive push. That sent Schneider into turn 1. He carried way too much speed. And here's Timmy Hill inside the top 10 all of a sudden. On the inside of Schneider for 7th. Hill looking for extra points and a great run tonight to put himself closer to trying to get inside the top 20 in the regular season. For that win to account for the playoffs. Almost some contact between Annette and Sieg off of turn 4.
Careful, still there. Inside. Got a car coming inside.
Sieg just shot that 99 up the track and into the wall too.
Hold your line, got one inside. Clear low there. Still there inside. You got room.
It's a desperate block into turn 1 there on Briscoe. Got 3.5 sets of tires to the end of the race right now. Schneider gets an early caution in this stage. That is going to be huge. He'll likely then pit for 4 tires. Or it should say, yeah, 3 sets, not 3.5 sets, my bad. 3 sets of tires. Left to the finish.
All clear. Looking inside now.
Castle was going to get into the side of the 98. He was aggressively side drafting him off the exit of turn 2.
Hold your line, got one inside. You're wearing those tires down, driver.
We'll be halfway home at the start-finish line this time by 100 laps down, 100 laps still to go. The lane of Castle got really tight through 3 and 4. Schneider goes way up the racetrack. He's looking to maybe side draft the 66 of Timmy Hill. He's still on his inside through the trioval.
Your tires are getting pretty bad. Top 3,
Still keeping an eye on that right front. Schneider will have to pit here pretty soon. How much longer does he go? Trying to pick some speed back up though in this 99 car, getting back around Daniel Hemrick. Inside of Justin Haley now for 11th down the back stretch. Into turn 3. Schneider makes another pass on Haley. Briscoe all over the place. He looks a little shaky in turns 3 and 4. Trying to get back around LeBay for 9th place.
Wow, that's fast.
Schneider just ran his fastest lap, 31.935 that last time at the line. Schneider's going to pit this time. He might be able to go another lap, but he can't risk it. He's got to pit right now.
Got a car high now. Watch your speed, please.
45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Barely gets down in time. 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel here for the 99 team on pit road. After not pitting during the stage break by accident, I meant to take 2 tires and I wasn't paying attention and didn't get it done. What a complete collapse this 99 team had all of a sudden there from late in stage 2, bringing out the caution, getting into the back of Matt Mills to now this. At least his picture is fast, but he's automatically going to go a lap down right now. 14.2 second stop. You never know, we might cycle all the way back through these green flag stops.
You're clear of pit road.
Now he needs to race his way into the free pass position as soon as he possibly can. At the 34th, Austin Hill just got around him now. "95 laps to go. Justin Allgaier is the race leader here tonight at Kentucky. Looking for his first win of the season. I believe there are anywhere between 21 to 23 cars on the lead lap. So I'm not sure exactly who are racing for that free pass position. Schneider's got about 10 lap fresher tires than everybody else. Could perhaps gain some of that time back.
Stay high, stay high. You got room, you're clear. the bottom. Clear high.
Ross Chastain, a couple laps ago, was able to get back to the lead after getting around the 7 of Allgaier as well.
Clear down low.
Schneider hard into the back of Ray Black Jr. Center of turns 1 and 2, kind of pushing him out forward. Further in front of the 99, and now Schneider's going to get him into 3 and 4. Got to be careful. That's how Matt Mills went around. The end of stage 2, Schneider doesn't need a caution. That's going to trap him lap down. Even worse than him finishing second in the stage rather than winning that last stage. He gets around Chad Fincham for 26. Fincham might try to battle back on him, but Schneider throws the block off turn 4. It's going to be interesting to see if this 99 team can come from a lap down to win this race. All in the final stage. He's got 2 sets of tires left at the end. So there is a little bit of an advantage of staying out. Unless the caution came out right now and trapped him. Desperately needs to get into that free pass position as quickly as he can. Pushing extremely hard. Look at how wide he runs off turn 4. Turns 1 and 2 into the back of Jeff Green. Slow up the 99 a little more through the center of 1 and 2. Again, at risk of possibly turning another car, he desperately does not want to do that. Last car on the lead lap is CJ McLaughlin in 22nd. Allgaier should be about 11 seconds behind him. So that means Schneider, after getting around Jeffrey Earnhardt right there, is now in the free pass position if a caution were to wave and get back on the lead lap. Again, that's if a caution were to come out right this second. Caution's got to wave before McLaughlin loses a lap. Otherwise, Schneider's going to have to try his best to race his way back around McLaughlin. There it is. Oh, caution's out. And Nemechek and McLaughlin must have went a lap down right before the caution waved. Joe Nemechek is now going to get the free pass. Wow, they must have went a lap down right before that caution came out. Third caution of the day with 86 laps to go. And not every lead lap car is pitting, so Schneider cannot take the wave around. It looks like we have about a dozen cars staying out. It looks like exactly 11 cars on the lead lap will be staying out of the pits. So Schneider's going to stay out as well, means he just pitted. He's going to have some drivers on fresh tires behind him that are lapped down that are going to try and get around him. Green flag is back in the air in Kentucky.
Got a car coming inside now. Hold your line, stay high.
Up the middle.
You're all
Got squeezed when he made that move by Jesse Little in the 4. A little bit of a checkup now down the back straightaway.
Careful, still there.
These drivers on older tires ahead of the drivers on lead lap, or on the lead lap that have fresher tires themselves. Look at Josh Malicki blowing by on the outside.
Stand the bottom here.
Schneider's got the free pass position for now. He better hold it.
Clear eye, bud.
Seen wild restarts all day today.
One peeking inside.
Landon Castle moves the 99 out of the way.
Outside.
He's on the lead lap though. He just doored
There
it.
on the outside.
3 wide through 3 and 4. 4 wide in the center of the corner. Nearly 5 wide off turn 4.
You got room, you're clear.
There's still 4 wide in the middle of the tri-oval.
Outside.
Cars scattering all over the place. Schneider thought about blocking the 4 of Jesse Little. Now he overruns 1 and 2. He's in the wall. And Malicki runs into the side of him.
Got a car low now.
Fincham now into the free pass spot in 22nd after Schneider made the mistake in 1 and 2. Fincham goes all the way to the outside now through 3 and 4.
All right, you're clear then.
More heavy traffic.
Stay high, stay high.
Schneider to the top in 1 and 2.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Trying to catch Fincham to get back into the free pass spot. Push from Jeff Green from behind off turn 4. Gives him just a rocket of a shot. 4 wide into turn 3. Just about. Fincham's right there. Shot from the 99 gets him loose. He got ran into from behind there from Anthony Alfredo.
Stay on the bottom here. Nice and easy, you're 3 wide. Clear low there. Got one down low now. Inside. All right, you're clear.
Schneider desperately needs to get around Fincham. Chad Fincham to the top through 3 and 4. Schneider down to the bottom. They're side by side. Jesse Little's going to push the 99 now off turn 4. He's going to continue to push him through the tri-oval. Schneider trying to block as well. He's trying to side draft the 13 of Fincham.
Careful, still there.
He's going to get around Fincham into 1 and 2. Now he's got to stay in front of him.
All right, you're clear there. Stay on the bottom here. You're all
Some of these lead lap cars on fresher tires. Again, this just goes to show the speed in the 99. He finished top 2 in the first 2 stages, but he is a lap down now.
still there.
Failed accidental pit strategy for the start of the final stage.
All right, you're clear.
How about Landon Castle? Oh, contact between Allgaier and Hemrick. Hemrick about bounced into the wall. The two junior motorsport cars get together. Castle looks down low to maybe take it 3 wide. Underneath Alfredo and Haley, couldn't get there. Does get alongside Haley at least for 4th. Still all over the back bumper of Alfredo in the 21. Four laps left. 73, in fact, for the leaders. Cautions for incident today. Castle and Haley have been side by side for 4th for a little while now.
Careful, still there.
3 wide into turn 3. Schneider to the bottom. They'll pass both of them.
Clear up top there. You got room.
Slides all the way up the racetrack.
Still there inside.
Cars able to get back down to the bottom. They all kind of merged through the tri-oval. Emmerich looking to get back inside the top 5 himself. Maybe get around Landon Castle. And does. He clears him down the backstretch. That is 2 seconds ahead of Tommy Joe Martins for the free pass position. Harrison Burton, meanwhile, leads this race. Some of those slower cars that did not pit, though, that are on the lead lap, could be in danger of going a lap down, and then they'd be in the free pass position. Still needs to hustle. Again, everybody will have to pit at least one more time before the finish of this race. Schneider out of the inside of Alfredo, the third place car.
At the bottom.
How about Timmy Hill in second place? What a run for that NBM 66 car. This could be a massive points day for Timmy Hill to help work his way perhaps back into the top 20 in points for that Talladega win to accounting for a playoff spot. Maybe he goes to victory lane a second time tonight. Wouldn't that be crazy? 2 wins for Timmy Hill in one season? This one isn't even on a super speedway. This would be even more impressive. Side draft in the 99 through 1 and 2. Harrison Burton's getting caught behind a lap car right now. That lap car being CJ McLaughlin. Joe Nemechek's the last car in the lead lap, and he's about to go a lap down with Harrison Burton right in front of him, and Josh Williams in 20th isn't that much further ahead of the race leader as well. So as they go a lap down, Schneider's going to have to race aggressively to get around him, and maybe he can get around the race leader Harrison Burton as well to unlap himself the old-fashioned way. And he wouldn't have to worry about trying to get into the free pass spot. Charges hard into 3 and 4, passes Nemechek, now he's back in the free pass position again. Don't waste any time there. Schneider put himself in this position. He is closing on Harrison Burton. Guys are equaling out between the 20 and the 99. Josh Williams in the 92, about to go a lap down. Off the exit of turn 4. Burton just barely going to get to the outside of him. Schneider down to the apron through the tri-oval, and he's back in the free pass spot now, getting around Williams in the 92. Massive run into 1 and 2 to the inside of Harrison Burton. Quite a ways to the next car, that is the last car, in fact, on the lead lap of Jeremy Clements in 19. Schneider got there for a brief moment. And this would restart Schneider along with everybody else. 64 laps to go in this race. You never know, we could go green to the end. Oh, Schneider into the back of Harrison Burton. Burton saves it. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2, again to the inside of Burton. Side drafting him hard off turn 2. He's trying to stay alongside into 3.
Still there.
Just to give himself a chance. Sends it into the corner. Clears Harrison Burton. Burton gets tight all the way up the racetrack. Both cars nearly in the wall.
All clear.
Burton's all over the 99. Perhaps trying to put him a lap down again. He's not going anywhere either. Back to the top goes Burton. He is gapping second place Timmy Hill. Quite a few laps before everybody else has to pit. Especially those that just pitted. During that caution, and that's the problem here for Keegan Schneider. Last car on the lead lap, that right front tire is down to 29%. He's going to have to pit before a guy like Harrison Burton and everybody else on the lead lap that pitted during that last caution. Even though he got his lap back the old-fashioned way, unless everybody cycles through to the finish, which is still possible. If you go green to the end, everybody, regardless whether you pitted or not during that last caution, will have to pit before the end of the race. Still got 2 sets of tires, but it's not about that at this point. It's about getting a caution and hoping that you just have a shot at least for something at the end. Down to 20% on the right front tire now.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there. Stay out the bottom.
Up the middle through the tri-oval 3 wide. I think Harmon went to the apron, giving there at least a little bit of room up the middle for Schneider to make those passes. He would not have been able to get around those guys as quickly as he did if Harmon didn't go down below that yellow line on the front stretch. Harrison Burton just catching the back of the line traffic in 3 and 4. Jeremy Clements is now the last car in the lead lap, but Schneider
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
lapped himself the old-fashioned way. And indeed, Ethan, we need a caution. We either need a caution or we need everybody to cycle through, and this has to go green to the end. that caution comes out, it's going to have to be before we pit.
You got room. You're clear then.
Comes Brandon Jones into the pit lane, as well as Michael Annette. Ross Chastain's in the pits as well. Everybody that stayed out during that last caution, is now on pit road. 54 to go, 53 left now for race leader Harrison Burton. Schneider can go a little bit longer than some of those guys.
That car in front of you is coming to the pit.
There were some lap cars that also pitted, so they'll, or that did not pit, I should say, so they'll all be hitting pit road right now as well. These guys pitting right now can definitely make it on fuel to the end. They're going to be at least a few laps to the good.
You got room. You're clear then.
Back inside the top 10, up to 10th place.
Clear high, clear high. We're going to need those tires.
Caution came out now to trap all those guys a lap down. That would be insane of itself.
Outside, outside. Clear all around.
Schneider has to pit under green. I think he's going to take right sides only to save whatever time on pit road he can to at least stay one lap down instead of going 2 down. He goes 2 down. Caution comes out. There's no chance he's going to have a even getting back on the lead lap this late in the race. We're taking 2 tires. There could be a chance. Could be a chance at least that he could cycle back as the free pass car. He's about a full lap ahead of Justin Allgaier, who's right behind him. But I believe would be the first car he'd be racing to be 1 lap down. He wants to hold Allgaier behind him as much as possible. With that being said, before he has to come into the pit lane. Hard on the brakes through 3 and 4. Ray Black Jr. got in the way. Schneider all the way to the apron through 3 and 4 as they split Ray Black 3 wide. Allgaier on the outside. 48 laps to go this time by for race leader Harrison Burton.
Watch those tires.
Schneider will pit this time by from the 10th position. They'll be taking right side tires only. Got to make sure he doesn't speed.
Drop your speed, driver.
Did a great job carrying as much speed as he could last time as well as this time. 3/4 of a tank of fuel, at least enough to make it to the end. No adjustments on this 99 car during this pit stop. Actually, he's going to take another... No adjustments. I thought about taking another half round of wedge job, but we're not going to get too risky. So the caution did not fly for Keegan Schneider. Now he needs everybody to cycle through green flag pit stops right now. We'll wait and see. 9.6 second stop. I believe Allgaier just went by. There goes Chastain, Alfredo.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
He will come back out in front of Harrison Burton, so he'll still be 1 lap down. He's got a 1.5 sets of tires left at the end of the race. He's going to pull up in front of the 19 of Brandon Jones.
Car outside. Hold your line. Clear all around there.
This is going to loosen Schneider up quite a bit, taking just 2 tires because he's still got those old left sides.
Car outside. Hold your line. All right, you're clear. Got a car high now. All right, clear on that.
crazy strategies we have seen in this final stage for everybody. I mean, we're seeing 3 separate strategies in this race, and none of them have been clear on whether or not they're going to win the race.
Careful, still there.
It's possible Schneider can make it to the end.
You got room. You're clear.
All those left sides. It's not likely the right sides will make it to the end at this point.
Careful there.
He's good on fuel, and now he's worried about the left front, but it's going to be a while before you have to pit for there.
On the inside. You got room. You're clear there.
Andy Jones got the back of Schneider off turn 4, got the 99 a little loose. Gregson trying to get around both cars for position as they all battle for 15.
Car high. Careful. You got room. You're clear there.
Joe Martin's in the 14th position.
Stay high up here. All clear.
No real way to save that left front tire. The car's automatically going to be looser the looser it gets. Later and later, I should say older and older those left sides get. Further into the run, it's just going to continue to wear that left front out more and more. Yeah, indeed, for that regular season championship, we will have to try and beat Briscoe tonight. Still 36 points ahead of him coming into this race. Stage win at second, finished better than Briscoe in both stages.
Careful. Still there.
There's Briscoe in 13th currently.
Clear low, bud.
I believe he is already pitted. He should be good to go to the end on fuel.
Stay high up here. You're all clear on the bottom end.
Got 39 laps to go as we run,
Still there.
with Harrison Burton out in front looking for his first win of the season. He still has to pit before the end of the race. No, we've already done a doubleheader today. I'm not doing another race today. We'll have another doubleheader tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to do the next NASCAR 05 stream, but it's not going to be at least for the next few days. Again, we're trying to play catch-up with Heat 5 with having to do this extra Xfinity Series season in the career mode, because we have to finish Heat 5 before NASCAR 21 comes out. Because once NASCAR 21 comes out, we're not going to be playing Heat 5 anymore. That we will, again, be doing a doubleheader tomorrow on Heat 5 with New Hampshire and Iowa.
Still there. You got room. You're clear there.
Just over a lap and a half behind race leader Harrison Burton. Those guys that pitted well before everybody that is still out there, obviously. Burton, those guys, they're losing so much time.
Clear high, bud.
Then they'll have fresher tires at the end, and they'll be trying to run them back down once more. How far back even the third place car of Anthony Alfredo is. Uh-oh, trouble. Car on the wall, hard. Turns 3 and 4.
Caution's out. Wave 'em
Joe
out.
Nemechek, caution is going to wave. Caution is out. And that is going to trap a lot of drivers a lap down. Josh Bilicki in ninth will get the free pass. He's going to pit 2. And with just 34 laps to go, our 4th caution of the race. Schneider's going to stay out. He's going to take the wave around. Everybody a lap down looks like they're going to take the wave around. Allgaier, Chastain, Annette, Briscoe. We mentioned Schneider, Cindric, Gregson, Jones, LeBay. All going to take the wave around. LeBay's only getting 1 lap of his 2 back, though. So the top 17 will restart on the lead lap. A lot of them at the rear of the field on older tires. Everybody on fresh tires will be at the front battling it out for the win. The top 8 at least.
We're going green.
That caution would have just came out a few laps later once everybody pitted. Green flag back in the air here at Kentucky. 31 laps to go to decide the winner of the race.
Still there.
Wow, 3 wide to the top. Schneider just skimmed by Michael Annette. Schneider sends it deep. Underneath Allgaier and Mills. Briefly back inside the top 10. 30 laps to go at Kentucky.
You're all clear up top there.
That left front likely won't make it to the end. He's going to need another caution. He's got a set and a half of tires left. You bet we get another yellow. He's going to be taking 4 fresh tires. Oh, he got really loose into the corner. Contact with Austin Hill. Daniel Hemrick to the lead now off turn 4, looking for his 2nd win of the season. Lee Schneider's back on the lead lap for the moment.
Careful. Still there. Stay low. All right, you're clear there. Still there.
Schneider had to take the wave around there. If he would have pitted, he still would have been a lap down, and then he would have had to race for the free pass position.
Still there.
This is his best chance, is taking the wave around and hoping for a caution before that left front tire gives out to the end of the race.
Outside, outside.
He could pit for 4 fresh Goodyears. Maybe try to make an adjustment to help that car on fresher tires and give himself at least a chance here to the end. So at least working his way through black traffic, or at least trying to.
Got one peeking outside.
And a little bit of contact with Chad Fincham on corner entry if you wanted
Still
to.
there. Clear all around. Careful, still there.
26 laps left.
Hold that line, driver. Easy on the tires, driver.
Wide middle through 1 and 2.
Pretty wide there. All right, clear outside.
Schneider stays in front of Bilicki for 9th.
Still there inside.
Welcome back, Alexis. Mason Burton still looking for that first win of the year. Lock himself into the playoffs a little later into the regular season than what he would have hoped for after winning the championship last year, but he's put himself in prime position. The strategy has played out for those 8 drivers at the front right now.
Easy on those tires, driver.
Schneider trying to play catch up, but that left front tire won't make it to the end. He's gonna need a caution. There's Ray Black Jr. who brought that caution out. He's still in this race.
tires, driver.
Streak of consecutive top 10s is on the line too. That left front tire gives out to the finish.
You're gonna blow a tire soon.
He's got a couple cars lurking on him right now, but for the most part, he's pulling away. 3 wide, further back in traffic right now. Still inside the top 10, battling for position at least. Turns 1 and 2. We'll have 21 laps to go this time by at the start-finish line. Through the different camera angles one final time in tonight's race.
Your tires are getting pretty bad.
NASCAR ever unloaded in the Xfinity Series portion of this career mode for this 99 team. They've led a lot of laps tonight, but it has been since late stage 2 since they've last led a lap. That was in the first half of the race. Massive run down the backstretch. Gets around Landon Castle for position now underneath of the 4 of Jesse Little off turn 4 as well. And even on older tires, he has propelled this race car to 7th. 19 more laps. Into the back of Timmy Hill. Not gonna help him out there for turns 1 and 2. Gets around Hill for 6th. Got tight once the 99 machine of Schneider slid up in front of him. Passes Joe Graff Jr. Now he's inside the top 5. It's all for naught one way or another because he's either going to have to pit if we get a caution or the left front's going to blow. He's going to lose positions either way. Obviously, one of those reasons would be for the better. He hasn't gotten that timely caution the first 2 times. He might not get it the 3rd as well. He's just clearly hoping at this point. 16 more laps.
Go easy on the tires.
He's committed at this point. He's going to push this car to the very end. Slide job off turn 4 to get around Daniel Hemrick now for 4th. Go back to the normal cam for the final 15 laps of the race. Lap car in front of Justin Haley into turns 1 and 2. Right in front of Schneider. He's going to quickly go high to get around the 93 of McLaughlin. Still down to 2% on that left front. Into turn 3. Schneider is going to stay out even if that left front blows at this point. will cross over on Justin Haley. We'll get around him off turn 4 for third. And there goes the left front. Schneider barely keeps it off the outside wall, and he gets split 3 wide as Hemrick is now going to get the third. Haley had to check up. Heavy damage on the left side of the race car after that left front tire blew out on Schneider's race car. And he was committed to running this thing until that tire blew. And he can still get a caution and pit. But if he's got more than 5 seconds of damage, he cannot repair the damage to the end. Back to 8th. He's going to continue to slide backwards in the running order now with 12 laps to go. Did a great job keeping it off the wall to keep from maybe DNFing if he would have hit the outside wall. And he's still doing a great job trying to keep it off the wall, but he's having to back it down so much in the corners to keep from doing so. He's back to 9th place. He did all he could. Left rear is down to 18%, but it should make it to the end. Heavy smoke pouring out of the back of the race car, but we stay green. Here in here in Kentucky with 11 laps to go. And that time he's in the wall. She's trying to salvage the best finish she possibly can at this point. Licky in 9th place, right behind him, 10 laps to go.
Got a car coming inside now.
Licky finally gets around on the outside. Michael Annette is now coming through. And Schneider's now finally falling outside of the top 10. He's back to 12th. Allgaier's going to get around as well. Going to get a caution. It's going to have to be somewhere else around the racetrack that is not where the 99 of Schneider's running. Oh! Brandon Brown got into his right rear.
Got one down low now.
8 laps to go at the line now for Harrison Burton. The last race at Indianapolis
Hold your line, got one inside.
had ended in a green-white checker finish. Will this one do the same?
Careful there.
What a bummer. Got up to 3rd place. Then the left front tire gave out with 14 laps to go. He had the fastest car on the racetrack at the time of the left front blowing. 7 laps to go now for Harrison Burton to get his first win of the season. First since winning the championship last season in the finale at Phoenix. More spots continuing to be lost.
Got one up top.
Burton's, he's going to put Schneider a lap down. Oh, in trouble, turn 4. Car spinning, that's Joe Nemechek. Caution's going to wave. Nemechek and Briscoe involved, and now we're going to have a green-white checker finish. Schneider can pit for 4 fresh tires, but he cannot repair damage. Going to take 3 rounds of wedge out of the race car now to the end of this race. And we're going to have a late race restart, likely a green-white checker finish. Actually, maybe a little more. Schneider's got fresh tires, but he's got heavy damage on the left front after blowing the tire. He'll restart 15th. Briscoe on fresh tires as well after wrecking, but primarily saving the car, spinning through the grass. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps left at Kentucky, and what is just a wild finish to this race. Briscoe's got a head of steam. After spinning, can Briscoe win? Wow, 4 wide goes Briscoe. Look at all the ground he's gaining.
Careful, still there.
2 laps to go in Kentucky.
Two boys, good match from you.
And Schneider's gaining ground too despite his heavy damage on the left front. Timmy Hill almost slides into the 98 of Briscoe. Harrison Burton leads. Schneider's got to run up the middle, 3 wide between Hill and Briscoe.
All right, clear low.
Into turn 4.
All right, clear outside.
Shot right into the back of Joe Graff Jr. that time as well.
4-4 to go.
Schneider down to the apron to get around Joe Graff Jr. for 3rd.
Clear up top.
Has a run on Justin Haley for 2nd place. Briscoe still outside the top 5. Burton's got a 1-second lead. And the 2nd straight race to end with a green-white checker. It's going to be Harrison Burton going to victory lane. Schneider with heavy damage on the left front is going to come back from a lap down to finish 2nd. That's unbelievable of itself. Burton will head to the playoffs, his first win of the year. Who saw that coming? Late in this race. My goodness. What a wild finish. And the top 10 streak stays alive. That is unbelievable. From a lap down, blowing a left front tire, heavy damage, and still finishes 2nd. And probably a lap shy of winning the race. Because he was coming up fast on Harrison Burton. Burton with the win. Again, Schneider's 2nd. He got a stage win earlier in the race as well, back in stage 1. Justin Haley 3rd. Joe Graff Jr. the great run in 4th. Hemrick rounds out the top 5. Anthony Alfredo 6th. Briscoe with a spin and a comeback to 7th there in the closing laps as well. Timmy Hill finishes 8th. Great run. He was in the top 10 all day. Michael Annett 9th. He won stage 2. Josh Bilicki rounds out the top 10, and just a wonky finish to this race here tonight at Kentucky. I mean, you can't really describe what just happened. Schneider limped it around on a blown left tire for about 10 laps before the caution wave. It was probably going to go lap down within about another lap or 2 if the caution didn't come out. Or would have came out again about 2 laps later. And even with the heavy damage, the adjustments made to the race car, major adjustments during that final stop. He had the extra set of tires, he used it. Still finished 2nd. But blowing the left front obviously cost him a chance to win. If he didn't have that damage on the restart, he probably could have gotten through there even quicker on fresh tires. But the fact of the matter is he had the damage. The fact that we still finished 2nd, I don't even know how to explain that. Because all things stacked against us, we shouldn't have finished 2nd. We'll have to wait another day to try and tie Briscoe's record. But a great day, nevertheless. We'll continue to raise that points lead. It is now up to 53 points ahead of Briscoe with 8 races before the playoffs now. Burton had the fastest lap today on top of winning. He also led over half the race. 104 of the 200 laps led today for Harrison Burton. What a comeback, man. To 2nd. And just less than a second off the race lead at the finish. Another lap and we might have had him. This took us a little bit too long to get around Haley for 2nd. Took us about 3/4 of a lap. By the time we got around him, we had no time to get up to Harrison Burton. Brent Patterson, welcome to the stream. Just missed a wild finish to this race. That late caution with 8 to go, setting up a 3-lap green-white checker, the 2nd straight green-white checker, and our 5th of the year. Another top 5 for Schneider, keeping that incentive bonus alive. Don't know how much money it is to get the engine department to a 100. From Northwest Ohio, United States of America. Burton is 4th in the points, but again, that was his first win, locking himself in the playoffs. The Timmy Hill watch to get back into the top 20 in points. He's up to 25th. He was 30th just 5 races ago. That 8th place finish at Kentucky, of all racetracks, really helped him. Still 81 points back, but he was 95 back, so he continues to close, despite no stage points on the year still, and that's what's really cost him a chance to get inside the top 20. So got another trip to Daytona. He obviously won at Talladega. New Brunswick, Canada. All right. Greetings. So on to New Hampshire in the next race. That will be tomorrow night on the channel. 95, 94, 92 will be the race car. We'll use that 5th car in the shop for that one. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow, once again, starting things off at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at New Hampshire. And then immediately following that, we will run at Iowa. So it should be a lot of fun there. An action-packed 2 races here tonight. A fuel mileage race in race 1 where we barely got the win on a green-white checker finish on top of it. And then another one here in this one where we come back from a blown left front tire to finish 2nd after falling a lap down there late. Yes, I do stream all of these NASCAR heat streams on my PS4. We'll be doing another online lobby before I go to Nashville in a few weeks for the NASCAR race, so within the next few weeks we will do another one. I know I got asked that in the first stream earlier today. No specific date exactly, but that's what we're looking at. We need just over $2 million to get the engine up to a 100. Pictures maxed out. I mean, ideally, once we get these couple things maxed out, we're going to be ready to go. You know, honestly, as good as the race car is, we've got a decent amount of playoff points. 12 stage wins and 8 race wins. We're leading the regular season standings. The big thing is Phoenix. Because, yes, we won Phoenix earlier this year. We only led the final 17 laps. And if the cautions don't play our way like they did in the first race, that strategy is not going to work. And that would be very, very risky. Well, I don't play offline on the... I really don't play offline at all, at least with Heat 5. When I'm not streaming, but more than welcome to hop into the online lobbies we have from time to time on the channel. I usually try to announce those a few days in advance when we do it, so that way we can get more people in our lobby. So again, 9 different winners. Noah Gregson's the last driver currently on points, and he's 8th. Brandon Jones, first driver out after making it to the championship 4 last year. Could you imagine if he just missed the playoffs completely after making the playoffs last year? How about Briscoe? He's 2nd in points, but he's 9th. He would be 10th if Timmy Hill gets back into the top 20. So the way Timmy Hill's rolling, that's possible. Briscoe's by no means locked into this thing, too, especially if Cindric goes to victory lane. She's been close so many times. Allgaier still needs a win. Dragson, any one of those guys win. It's only going to put Briscoe back further. Could you just imagine Briscoe finishing 2nd in the regular season standings? Regular season champion automatically makes it through. So if he does catch us for that, he doesn't have to win. But, boy, that winless streak is really going to bite him if he doesn't get a win here soon. depending on what guys do end up going into victory lane. Yeah, we'll have plenty of money for Cup. It's just like if we start saving now, means we're a little bit past halfway through the season, I could see us getting up to like, say, $4 million or something for Cup, and we could actually start off decent rolling into the 500. And we'll be even more competitive. Just imagine what we can do in our rookie season in the Cup Series. The Speedway chassis is much ready to go as possible. Got a little bit before we'll end up having to use that chassis again before Dover. We got 4 races still from now, but all right. Everything else all ready to go. Well, regardless of what ends up happening in the future with saving money, that's going to be it for tonight. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams with realistic broadcasts if you are new on the daily in the hopes of getting into the broadcast booth in the sport of NASCAR one day for myself, and that is the goal of the channel. That is the future goal, so hopefully you guys enjoy this journey. Vlog from the Coke 600 will be out on the channel tomorrow, so keep an eye on that. And that is going to wrap things up here for this one. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Doubleheader tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time once again on the channel. We'll go racing at New Hampshire and then Iowa for this NASCAR Heat 5 Xfinity Series season. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow evening.